Hi guys, Michael here, and today I'll be telling you my thoughts on the no contact rule. Now the no contact rule is pretty famous, and what it states is basically after a breakup, cutting off full contact with other person, both in person and electronically, for at least a month in hopes that this will cause them to come back to you. Now, I do believe that the no contact rule is good for, getting over breakups or giving people space to reevaluate relationships, which then could lead to some reconciliation into people getting back together. However, I don't believe at all that it's good as a single tactic to get someone back if they dumped you or totally lost interest in you. Now, the no contact rule can work when you actually are okay with the relationship ending. Sure, you might be a bit sad, but you're not completely distraught about it. And it works when you show that you're not needy and have other options, and when you shift your focus from just trying to please another person instead to focusing on your own life and improving your own life. And this working on yourself can make you more attractive to the other person, which may then result in you getting back together. But again, this is correlation, not the causation of the no contact rule. It's because you took the time to work on yourself that you became more attractive, that the person came back to you. It's not the fact that you just cut off contact with them necessarily is the reason why they came back. Especially with regards to women often lose interest in a guy that they find is too easy, not a challenge, who seems desperate, that is smothering them with attention, trying to get too serious too fast, or just making her the sole focus of his life. Most women want to be invited along as an accompanying member of a man's already awesome life, rather being the sole focus of that man's life. A woman wants to be able to look to a man for stability and does not want to be responsible for his emotional state. She does not want to feel the burden of feeling that her man's emotions are completely solely dependent on her. What I'm seeing too often is the promotion of the no contact rule as a Machiavellian way of inciting anxiety in another person to exploit the mind's fear of loss and its scarcity bias. And for sure this can work, but it especially works with people who are addicted to needing external validation and people who want what they can't have. But in life, you attract what you are and only bring into your life what you think you deserve. So if you're the type of person who plays validation games, you're going to disproportionately bring other people who play validation games into your life. And these are not necessarily the type of people with whom you can build a healthy relationship with. Instead of playing games, you should work to become a person who is not intentionally ignoring another person to make them feel jealous or to make them more interested in you, but instead actually already has a full interesting life that you're not making this other person your sole focus. In this way, you're going to be naturally giving them space. The core problem is not that you're interacting with the other person, it's the vibe that you're giving off during the interactions. If you could fix how you're communicating from the start, you would not have to cease all interactions with the person to solve the problem. If your house keeps burning down and your solution is to keep outside of your house with no contact with it to prevent it from catching fire, maybe you should double check that you're not the one either choosing vulnerable homes to begin with or actually starting the fire yourself. What type of relationship can only survive if the people don't interact with each other? You should be interacting with the other person, but you should be doing so in an attractive way instead of an unattractive way. If you're not interacting with another person, then there's no medium in which respect, love, and attraction can even be established. So if you're interested in learning more about social dynamics and communication skills as they specifically relate to attraction and dating, then I recommend you check out my book. And if you're interested in learning to improve your social skills more in general for all situations, then I created an online video course which my Patreon subscribers have access to. Both these things can be found linked to in the description below. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, ciao.